What's going on, child? This is your most favorite Diabeto YouTuber in the whole entire world. Back with another video. Now we are going to be checking out something that is kind of crazy and low-key. It's not going to be like a traditional reaction like they usually are on this channel. I really couldn't find a breakdown video of this all, but I found an article. So yeah, the learning disability is going to sound terrible, going to be kicking in terribly. So my apologies, but it is being reported allegedly that declassified CIA files have basically exposed that somebody or the government or Soviet scientists or something crazy like that allegedly found a cure for cancer years ago, and basically they hid that shit. Now I guess it's not fully proven, but at the same time just sounds wild. Now I found an article, I'm going to try to read it, at least the parts that we need to know, but other than that, there's not really much information coming out about it, which makes me feel like I don't know how truthful this is. I've seen a couple random ass reports, but it's like I haven't actually found the actual files or video breaking it down, which, helps me, well, because I'm a little bit, but at the same time, yeah. But like I said a million times already, this is all alleged, and of course, it's all love and no hate, but at the same time, I'm a conspiracy theorist, and this shit just sounds like something that would be realistic or be out there or just happen in general. So there's a few articles that basically break all this down, but like to me, this felt like the best one. So yeah, let's just get into it now, obviously. But it says declassified CIA files, claims Soviet scientists once found a cure for cancer, which honestly sounds crazy but believable in my mind. But honestly, it just feels like there's probably a lot of people, countries, companies, etc. that got the cure. We're just going to be real about that. But it says for years, the 10 millions of deaths. However, it seems that the disease could have been cured about 60 years ago. Damn, 60 years ago. I mean, Soviet, yeah, okay. But had the CIA declassified documents back then, a newly circulated document from the agency suggests the U.S. intelligence once viewed research and hinted at possible cancer treatments for them 60 years ago. Produced in February 1951, the document was declassified in 2014. God dang, why are we just seeing this shit now? It was based on a 1950 article published in the Soviet scientific journal Priorda by Professor V.V. Alapatov, a researcher studying in biochemical behavior in endoparasites. Yeah, that's a big ass word, my bad. Organisms that reside inside the body as a host. American intelligence analyst translated and circulated paper due to the potential relevance to biomedical and national defense research during the early years of Cold War. The report found striking similarities pursuing parasitic worms and cancer cells. Their metabolism, parasitic worms with human intestine rely on aerobic metabolism and tumor cells. Huh. There's that document right there. Can't see that shit, but probably can find a better picture if we're going to be real, but yeah. But the report described how researchers believe both organisms thrived under nearly identical metabolic conditions and accumulate large reserves of glycogen, a form storage energy. It highlighted experiments that showed a certain chemical compounds were capable of targeting both infections and malignant tumors. MD, a drug synthesized by German chemist M. Haas in 1938, was reportedly effective against bilharzia parasites as well as cancerous growth, hinting at treatments developed in parasites might also affect the tumors. Another compound discussed was gonzalo, a guanine-like molecule that interferes. I really wish I found a video that broke this down, because I'm feeling stupider and stupider every time. Every type, god dang, that's point blank right there, every talk. But when they experimented on mice, the tumor tissues react differently to certain chemicals that normal tissues, further reinforcing the perceived biochemical overlapping between parasites and cancers. Based on these findings, Soviet researchers proposed numerous biological features that tumors and parasites may share, including the presence of unique antigens, unusual purine metabolism involved in, yeah, okay. Supposed might arise from the chemicals document was declassified more than a decade ago, but has surfaced through deep waters on the internet just recently. This has made many questions why Cold War research hinting at a possible cure for cancer sat in intelligent archives for decades. The Americans knew, they read it, and they classified it, confidential, locked it away for 60 years. What's this? 1920s German psychologist tumor quantum explains. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Whoa, buddy. Whoa. That basically is like the whole article. Now, I warned y'all before I even got into the whole spiel that it was gonna be terrible. Learn disability kicking in like a mother trucker. But yeah, it was just had to keep it real and all. We had to keep it old fashioned and yeah, talk a little bit more, but in general, it seems like we had the info. They said, yeah, this possibly could work, and it seems like they might have had it found, figured out and all that shit, but at the same time, they said, we're gonna lock it away. Yeah, me being me, a conspiracy theorist, this is all alleged in my opinion, but why do you think there's really no cures for any disease at all? I mean, there is, in my mind, there definitely is, but like only certain people get it. And honestly, it's because it makes so much money for everybody, the government in general. They get paid from their buddies who also control the medicine trade and et cetera, et cetera. So why in the hell would they, come up with a cure for something which, they ideally probably damn near figured out how to make allegedly on their own and then spread it out worldwide some damn crazy way. But yeah, crazy, honestly. And, it's just to the fact that all the truths about the shit that's been hidden, buried underneath is finally coming out and just showing the true reality of how effed up the world and, how sweet shit really isn't. But really, that's all I gotta say about doing what y'all think. What you want to see your boy make in the comment section down below. But like I said, it's like I feel. Peace.